Okay, Jeff, it's very nice to have you here again. Is it your second time?
Second trip, yes.
Second trip, okay. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got to know BioXcellerator?
So I actually found BioXcellerator on social media. It was through a friend that I made on Facebook that had been here multiple trips. About myself, so I was in a car wreck in August of 2018. My diagnosis was a T1 Asia A complete. So that means I was about my armpits down, fully paralyzed when I first came here. So I might have seen a little bit of results before that, so I might have been diagnosis probably like a T2 or a T3 is the diagnosis when I first came here. So since then it's been fantastic. I've had great results. My first trip was in July of 2019, so this is my second trip here.
Okay, and how many times are you going to come back?
I have 4 total trips, so 2 more after this trip now.
Okay, good. What do you think? Let's talk a little bit about your treatment. What do you think about the treatment, the medical team, like all the process? Has it been easy for you?
For me, it's been very easy. The medical team is fantastic. You just feel very at home. Everybody is so welcoming. You don't feel like you're in a normal medical complex back in the States. You know, it's a very, I don't know the word, maybe a homey feel, but you just feel very welcomed here. The medical team is fantastic. The actual treatments are easy. I mean, I come in for an hour to 2 hours a day, have my treatments, and we leave, and you have the whole day to do whatever you want. My 2 big treatments, the intrathecals, for me, there's no pain. It's very easy, and I have great results, meaning I don't have any pain, no headaches, no fevers. You know, I just lay down for my 6 hours after my treatment, and I'm just ready to go eat usually after I'm done. Go out and do something. But it's super easy.
Okay, and the videos that you mentioned to me that you have like some progress already, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. So like I mentioned, I was probably a T2 or T3 when I first came here. I think, so my diagnosis is kind of odd because I don't have any more feeling back, but I'm gaining a lot of movement, which is, with Dr. Polo, we talked about it. It's very unique, but I don't have feeling. Feeling usually comes first before movement. I don't have any feeling, but I have a lot of movement. So now I have movement in my legs. I have 6 total muscles that are firing and working in my legs. When I'm laying flat, I can move my legs in and out. I've got my abdominals back. I can do full sit-ups now. My hip flexors are back. I can move my hips back and forth. I mean, when I first came, you know, I couldn't move. I couldn't do any of this back and forth, but I'm getting a lot of it back. Now it's very weak, and it's not really obviously what it was before, but it's working again, and that's after 1 treatment. So
I know.
If I've told my wife, if my success after 1 treatment is the same after every treatment, I really think I'll walk by the end of 2020. That's my goal.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Yeah,
that's
exciting.
Great. We love to see that. Like, we love to see and to have patients like you here. That's
I would love
to
walk in here on my last treatment. That would be fantastic.
That would be amazing.
So, I mean, the way things are going, my physical therapist at home, they just rave about the success I've had, and everybody's so surprised because I've had so much success so quickly.
And what does Dr. Paul think about it?
He's the same way. He's very optimistic, very upbeat about it. I mean, he said yesterday that, you know, he's just very surprised at the amount of success I've had quickly.
Okay.
Which is great. I mean,
That's
he said
great.
It's fantastic.
So how has been your experience with the facilities, with the hotel accommodation, like in the city, your overall like experience?
Oh, it's been fantastic. So it is great that the hotel is connected to the mall, which is also connected to the medical tower, the complex. It's very convenient. Before I came, I was a little nervous just because you're coming from the States to Colombia, and there's stereotypes you hear about, but it's been amazing. We've talked about vacationing here already. We're bringing our daughter back probably this summer, and she's 6 years old, just for the experience and to see it. But as far as the whole setup with the hotel, the medical tower, and the mall in between, there's stuff to do every night. There's shopping, there's eating. We've been out in the city a little bit on our last trip. It's just fantastic. I can't say enough good things.
That's great.
So we love it here. We've even played around with, I don't think it's feasible, but we've played around with looking at apartments here and things to have a second place. We love it. I mean, literally.
That's great.
We talked to somebody from New York in the mall the other day and was telling us about Amsterdam, and there's a new one that's being built as well. that's pretty close. So it's just fantastic apartment.
That's great. Yeah, that's an idea, I mean, for the future.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who's considering coming down to BioXcellerator to receive treatment?
Don't let the stereotypes of going to Colombia or out of the country deter you or stop you. As a patient, it's been a fantastic experience above and beyond just the medical side. I talked about it with my wife last night, I believe. Just experiencing the country and the things outside of the medical side of it has been fantastic. I mean, we would do it all over again in a heartbeat. No questions asked.
Okay.
So I would
Thank
encourage
you
anybody
very
to look
much.
into it.